Okay, here we go with this crap. Alright guys, welcome back, and today we're going to be talking about the newest update, the Kiyora update. And we're going to be talking about why I think that this update is one of the most disappointing updates we've ever gotten in a while. Now before anyone says any crap, I'm not saying Kiyora is weak. My problem isn't that he's overpowered or anything like that. My problem is how little creativity Miro and his team put into this update. The lack of creativity and effort is just shown. Now, before anyone says, oh, you just want BLR to copy other Blue Lock games, that's not what I'm saying. The best styles in BLR can usually be described in one sentence. For example, Kaiser Impact, NEL Chigiri, Speed and Panther Snipe. Say, elite dribbling and passing, Nagi, traps, Shido, explosive finishing. Livino, creative dribbling, even Isagi. But Kiyora? That's the problem. There's nothing. Like, when NEL Chigiri released, people were talking about his awakening and everything. When Kaiser released, people were talking about his awakening. When Say released, people were talking about him. Like, it all goes back to the style. No one mentioned anything about Kiyora. You could ask someone about the Kiyora update. They'll probably say, oh yeah, it's pretty cool that they added him. But then if you ask them what's one thing they remember, it's silent. There's nothing. And that's my exact problem. And that's why this update feels so gosh darn disappointing. The problem isn't that Kiyora is weak. The problem is that he feels so uninspired. I mean, like when you look at how other Blue Lock games handle Kiyora, take for example Azure Latch, they tried to at least explore different parts of the character. Like he got some defensive ability, some gave him like actual dribble moves. His mechanics actually made him feel unique. Meanwhile, BLR just gave him a pass and a pass steal, and then an awakening that doesn't even feel that exciting. And that's disappointing because Kiyora has so much Megumi, bro. So much. And his entire thing in Blue Lock is supporting the player who's most likely to succeed. So why isn't there a mechanic built around that? Imagine if Kiyora could choose a teammate to support and receive unique buffs or interactions based on who he picked. Imagine if he had a special chemical reaction with Kaiser. Yes, Kaiser, the one thing that he's remembered for. Imagine if they leaned into his breakdance style more and gave him a unique dribble animation that no one else in the game has. Or imagine if they gave him more defensive utility so he felt like a complete support player rather than a style built entirely around passing. There were so many different directions they could have taken this character. Instead, it feels like they played everything as safely as possible. And that's the biggest issue with this update. It's not bad because Kiyora is weak. It's bad because it feels like the developers took one of the most unique support-oriented characters in Blue Lock and turned him into something forgettable. When a new style comes out, players want something memorable. They want something that makes them say, I've never seen that before. But after looking at this update, I just don't get that feeling.
Well, please make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment on the video. Thank you.